Before we came up here to record, Robert and I were talking about how we were gaming like 12-year-olds over the weekend, insofar as we were, just nonstop playing these games.
Yeah.
To the point that, like on Saturday night, it took hours and hours for me to go to bed because I was so keyed up. And then I dreamt that I was playing like some new like Half-Life level or expansion or some shit. And I woke up in a similar state of, except, no one was there to calm me on it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I find now that I have to take a break between gaming and sleep. If I go straight there, it'd either be bad dreams or else I just can't sleep.
Yeah, I got way too keyed up playing. On Saturday, I was just playing like Orange Box all day long and like everyday shooter. And then I went to bed really late, and I kept on thinking I was still playing Team Fortress, and that I needed to like lay some more sticky grenades or something. Just having all these like intense, like, whoa, I forgot to play Team Fortress, and then I'd wake up and be like, oh, sleep. Yeah.
Portal was doing that too.
Seeing portals in your dreams, totally.
Yeah.
It's like even before you dream too, when you go to lay down and you're because you need like, well, at least I do. You need this kind of like decompression time, and I'll usually read or something with the light down and one eye open, and then gradually, like I can't just lay in the bed and fall asleep. And the last thing I want to do is be playing video game scenarios through in my head, but I'll get stuck in that, playing what would have been a counter. I just lost at Company Heroes. What would have been a good counter tactic for that? How can I find an exploit for one of the classes in Team Fortress or something? And
have you ever gotten
sad
up?
Shit right
have
there,
you ever gotten up again
to go play?
Yeah.
No.
Like been in bed and thinking
that.
about it, and then just, oh fuck, I'm gonna go try again.
No, thank God, no.
I did that once.
Yeah, I've done
what
that.
game?
It was a long time ago. Actually, this was Jesus. I think it was the original Company Heroes. I
can't tell you. You'll have to tell us.
No, I'm just all right. No, it was one of those things where like I was trying to figure out why I kept losing at this one map, and then finally I just kind of dawned on me, and I woke up in the middle of the night going, "That's it." So I'm like, I got up and just played it and finished the level.
It's weird. I think I have the exact opposite reaction. Like if I'm playing something that's particularly intense, like I get tired. Like
really?
It's really strange.
Wow.
Like I'll be done and I'm like, I need to go like lay down for a bit. Especially I don't know.
Yeah, but when you lay down, then your head isn't still just like spinning with the game. No,
not really.
Wow, I wish I had that.
Yeah, me too.
Nice, yeah.
Like, man, that game was exhausting. I think I'll go to bed.
That's kind of sad, but
no,
like,
that's
what
nice.
That is nice. Well, I definitely get to. I mean, I always know when I got to stop because I'm too tired. I'll do the same jump in episode 2 or whatever, and that I just can't make, and it's starting to piss me off. And it's like, okay, it's bedtime. I'm getting cranky.
I mean, or did you ever get to that point where like you're playing a game and then like you keep like you actually start like nodding off at the keyboard or something?
I've definitely done that. Yep.
I've never done that.
I've totally done that.
It's a little bit of an old man thing, maybe.
I mean, it especially happens. I notice it especially if I'm raiding in World of Warcraft. Like in that in particular, for some reason, like there's just I don't know. It must be mental exhaustion. There's just so much going on.
Yeah.
I'm so keyed up while I'm doing it, and like so worried about like fucking up and having 24 other people go, oh man, you clicked the cube, you son of a bitch. That like when it's all over, I'm like, oh.
Did I tell you the story of my friend Tony, the meth addict, and how that's all the intro you need. Did I tell you the story of my friend Tony? You can answer yes or no. If the answer is yes, I won't retell it.
It doesn't sound familiar yet.
So far, it doesn't sound familiar.
So the reason I'm friends with the meth addict is like in high school, your friends as you transition out of high school and into college, and some don't go to college. People start doing things, and you're still friends with them, and those friendships just kind of gradually fizzle out.
Sure,
but not immediately. So,
this one guy, one of those fake, like my friend, the meth addict.
No, this is. I'm not going to say his last name, but yeah, this is. I mentioned this guy before because his dad owns some of the biggest
the porn shop,
the porn shops in San Diego. Yeah, and so he ended up becoming
his
a
name
hardcore
was Don Melliot,
a hardcore meth addict. But he would call us over in the middle of the night. Just begging, you get a call like 2 in the morning or something. It would be like summer when, this is when I was an undergrad or something. Come on, man, you got to come over. Well, actually, it wasn't when I was an undergrad. It was fucking past that. And he'd beg us to come over, me and this other guy, Corey, to play Halo. And, once in a while, you just like, okay, we'll indulge you. We'll come over and play some fucking Halo with you. And he's just freaking out. The whole time he keeps thinking he hears something, like someone's looking through the window or something, will just freak us all out. It's kind of like, when you live with the cat, no one else is in the house, and the house settles and the cat just goes running, or it's like staring at everything and it's like contagious. It's contagiously like freaky. Like what the fuck is that? So he's doing that the whole time. But then as you're playing, you look over at this dude. All of a sudden, you're playing deathmatch, split screen, and you look at his screen, and you see his side just standing there because, of course, you're looking at everyone else's screen. And you look over at him, and he's like asleep with like a burning cigarette in his hand. And then so you go, okay, man. Hey, you wake him up a bit. Hey, we're gonna go. Like it was fun. And then he just no. He just like pops up in the instant alertness and just starts playing again, starts shooting you. Like. Wow. And then it would go on like that forever. And then if you just said it, as soon as you wanted to say, "Hey, but we got to get out of here," he would just go back, pop back into life, or load up load up the glass pipe. I haven't heard from this guy in so long. It's just inevitable. I mean, that was definitely when he was approaching serious psychosis.
If you're still alive, send us a note here so we know.
I'm pretty sure that
chill on the meth.
There aren't a lot of total tweakers that listen to the GFW podcast.
Prove us wrong. If you're a tweaker, write it. Prove Robert Ashley wrong.
Please.
Tweakers unite.
Embrace it.
That's our demographic. So, Sean, you've never fallen asleep in front of your monitor?
Playing a game? Never. Not once. Not
of course, you play like the action games. I think it's more
any RPGs
with a turn-based game.
Yeah, it's the shit
and
that
it's
you're
the
playing.
computer's turn. That's when I'm like,
well, yeah, that's terrible.
Or any kind of game where there's like a lull in the action, where you just have to wander from point A to point B.
But it's also this ability I have in the same way that when I was a kid, and if I knew I had to go to the bathroom, I would just go to the bathroom. So it's like if I know I'm getting tired, I just stop playing the game. Right. I'm not the kid who would just be like, accident. Which is basically what you are admitting to being. But for gaming.
Well, sort of. But if you're super hooked on the game, and especially with the turn-based game, this always happened to me with Heroes of Might and Magic, because I was so addicted to that game, and I wanted to know what the computer was going to do next, because I wanted to get him back on my next turn.
Right.
So I'd be sitting there and I'd just be fighting it. I'd be like, I know I should go to bed. It's 2 a.m.
Right, so just one more turn.
I'm feeling it, but if his move goes fast, I can get one more in, and I would just fight that until all of a sudden I'm realizing, I'm waking up and it's like a half an hour has gone by. His turn might have been over 25 minutes ago, and I've just been.
We don't even have to play Truth or Dare. Like we're so like forthcoming with our own Waja tales.
This is a video game podcast. Mm-hmm. There's no pretense of cool here.
I've never passed out playing games when I wasn't shit-faced drunk.
When you haven't been?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely not because I was just tired.
Right. You play games drunk?
With friends and stuff, not by myself. I'm not exclusively a PC gamer, so I've got friends who come over to
Tell us what that's like.
It's cool. You sit on a couch and you have other, a couple controllers, beers. It's fun.
It's interesting that you're like saying this, because I've heard about this. Like this one guy was telling me he would play Halo split screen with a meth addict. It sounded similar.